Hello, welcome to my channel. Today, I thought it would be really fun to do a book tag. I don't do a ton of book tags. I always intend to do book tags, but then I always forget to do them when it comes time to film. But I've had a number of new subscribers lately. Welcome and thank you for subscribing. And I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit more personal. So today I'm going to be doing the Honest Booktuber Tag. So if you hear any noises while I'm filming, I do have a cat who is currently trapped in the room with me. He is a ridiculous creature. All right, so I got this tag from Pat at Book Chat with Pat. So if you haven't checked out her channel, you definitely should. I'm going to link it below. And it was originally created by Harriet Rosie 13 is what I have on here. And so without further ado, I just want to jump into the questions. These are all kind of questions about Booktube and things going on Booktube and being a booktuber and all those kind of things. So question number 1 is, have you ever lied about reading a book? And the answer is no. So I was like, well, where does that come from? But I feel like that question comes from the controversy that I see going around like all the time. That is people saying, if you read a lot of books, did you really read all those books, or are you just making it up so that you can get the clicks? But I would assume that most people probably actually read the books, and I definitely read the books. If I said I read it, I read it. If I didn't like it, I'm going to tell you, even if it's the most popular book on Booktube. So that's what I'm trying to do with my channel. Also, my cat just ate a fly. Just gobbled it right up. So that's, if I looked a little weird while I was answering that question, you know why. Question number 2. Have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around the content or author? So I feel like the answer is yes. To some extent, I feel like I can separate an author from maybe their personal statements or viewpoints. Like I want to view the work and be able to enjoy the work, but sometimes I cannot. I have a few authors. I'll go ahead and mention Orson Scott Card as one who I will not read, although to be fair, I didn't really like Ender's Game that much when I read it anyway, so maybe it wasn't a huge loss for me. But I do understand people who can separate that and love his works, and no shade to anybody that can do that, because I probably do the same thing with other authors. But so yes, on occasion, definitely. Question number 3, have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? So no. I do have ARCs sometimes. I'll get ARCs from NetGalley mostly. And I will always disclose that I'm reading a book that the publisher gave to me for free. I have 3 that I'm reading for this month. I love ARCs because I think it's really fun to get the book ahead of time, although I don't usually read it that far ahead of time. Usually I'm reading a couple weeks before so that I can put the review out somewhere around the release date. But I definitely would always disclose that I was getting something for free because that's the ethical thing to do. And I also would not accept something to review that I was not actually interested in reading. So that's just for me personally. That's kind of where I have that line. Number 4, have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? I think this one, I feel like it must be about people that are more book collectors. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if you want to have beautiful books and you want them to be on your shelves and it brings you joy to look at them, that is your thing and your hobby, and I am not here to sit in judgment of that. Most of the books that I purchase, I have already read, and I already know that I love them and I want to own a physical copy of them. So if I bought a brand new hardcover, full price or close to full price, that's definitely, I've probably already read it. If it's a used book, like all of these books on this shelf behind me are mostly going to be things that were used, I probably did not pay full price for it. And I am more willing to take a chance if I didn't pay full price for something. I mean, if it's at the library and it's $2 on the library sale and I've heard good things, I might be willing to take a chance. But in general, I am something of a cheapskate, and I do not want to spend a lot of money on things that I don't know that I'm going to love. But to each their own, and I am not judging. Cattail. I told him before we started, I said, if you stay here, you are committed to being in this video and in this room until I am done filming this video, because I have shut the door. So right now he's trying to knock over my light. So he's having a good time. Number 5, have you ever got caught up in booktube drama? No. No. I think I'm not aware of a lot of the booktube drama that goes on. I'll see like something about it maybe later, but I'm always really confused about what it is. I personally am just interested in having my channel be mostly a place for support and positivity. I feel like our world has a lot of negativity in it already, and I am really not here to try to add to that negativity or be a part of that. I don't like gossip. I don't like mean girls. I don't like bullies. I don't like any of that stuff. So I probably, if there is booktube drama going on, I probably don't know about it. Number 6, have you ever had a hate comment and how did you respond? Or did you respond? So I've had some creepy comments and I just delete them because I've been on social media for a long time and that's a thing. Haven't had so much hate comments. I've had a few people who didn't like some of my opinions about things, but that's okay because we are all allowed to give our opinion. Do I engage? I will engage with anyone who I feel like is here in a respectful manner, but I will not engage with trolls. So for the most part, probably no. Question number 7, have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? Ooh, so I think that this is a really challenging one because I think all of us know who have channels that there are going to be some video types that do better, specifically anything involving like book hauls or book shopping or things like that. And like I said, I don't spend a lot of money on books. So my way of kind of doing that is to take people with me when I go, thrift shopping or go to my used bookstore or go to Goodwill or go to little free libraries or that kind of thing, because I want to show that you can have a love of reading and you can be a reader and it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be about a class thing. It doesn't have to be about owning like the nicest, newest edition of everything that comes out, although we all love those. So those videos do better, but sometimes I make a video that I know isn't going to do well because it's fun. I think a couple weeks ago, I did a vlog where I just read Star Wars books and I was like, no one is going to watch this. And I was right. That is not the most popular video on my channel, but it was fun to make. And as long as somebody enjoys it when they find it, that's pretty good for me too. But I won't deny that, I think for all of us, it's in our heads a little bit if we pay too much attention to stats that we know some things do better than others. Question number 8. If you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do anything differently? So I think for me, my biggest challenge starting out was actually my filming. So I was filming at that time on my phone, which is the same phone I have now. It is a Google Pixel 7. And it has a nice still camera, so I thought that it would also have a nice video camera, but I was really unhappy with the quality of the video that it put out. And it also had a tendency to overheat and just not record half a video sometimes and not tell you that it was doing that. So I did pretty early on replace that with a nicer camera. I have a Sony EV10, I think that's right. I have a Sony. It's one of the inexpensive ones and I bought it used, but it was worth it to me because I just did not like the way that the videos off of the phone looked, even when I turned them all the way up to 4K. So I wish I'd done that. Other than that though, I mean, I feel like, you learn something new in every video. It gets better. You get a little bit better every time you learn something new. You learn something from the community, from other people, from something you did last time that you didn't like, I mean, I think that that's all part of the process and part of the creative process. And that's part of what I really love about BookTube. Question 9. Are there any channels you wish you could be more like? So I try not to compare myself to other people as much as I can. We're always going to be like, oh, I wish I could do that, or I knew how to do that, but each of us has something different that we bring. And I think that having all of those different voices from all those different experiences is what makes Booktube so interesting. I don't want to see a lot of the same thing all the time, so I don't need my channel to be the same. I can learn things from my friends. I can get ideas from them and use parts of that and improve myself, but I don't wish that I was them because I'm hoping that I'm bringing something very different with my channel, and my light just died, but we're gonna go with it. So it's gonna be a little dark for the rest of the video because we're almost done. All right, question 10, last question. What is something you love about your channel? I think that, the thing that I love about my channel is that it allows me to meet so many amazing people and to talk to people about books and to be able to expand my horizons in terms of what I read and the genres that I read and my opinions about books and all of that kind of thing. I mean, it's really been such a journey for me, I think, in the first 6 months of my channel, and I have really, really enjoyed it. It's been so fun, and I am looking forward to continuing on, and I feel like everybody needs to meet my friend Bones, who has been wandering around. So he's part of this video too, and a part of this channel, because half the time what you can't see is the cat sitting in my lap, and now he is chomping on my elbow. So anyway, in terms of tags, I hate tagging people because I feel like I'm going to leave someone out. If you are interested in doing this video, please consider yourself tagged. It's really fun. I think it's a good way to kind of get a little bit more in-depth and talk about your channel and talk about why we make videos. And there's a couple questions that are a little negative, but we can make them positive. So now he's licking my elbow. It's fine. He's fine. So that's all for today. If you do this book tag, I would love for you to leave a link to it down below. And I would love, if you're not subscribed, for you to consider subscribing. I would love to have you be part of the community and be able to talk to you about books. So yeah, I hope you have a great week. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.